Hi, I'm Anita of My Duke and I podcast, and wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having an excellent day. And if you're seeing the show for the very first time and you like the show, please subscribe, like, and share, and hit the notification bell so when an episode comes out, you will be the first to know. Well, Harry graced us with his presence recently, and it was indeed a beautiful sighting, and I think a lot of excitement when he returned to the Warriors games. And that was in San Diego, California, right in the neck of his wood. So, neck of his woods, a neck of his wood. I think it's in the neck of his woods. But anyways, it was 10 years ago since Harry visited the Warriors games, and he was inspired by what he saw. And of course, we know Harry is a military man, and he had served 2 tours of duties in Afghanistan and 10 years in the military. Is that 10 years of service? Incredible. What a tremendous accomplishment. So he revisited the Warriors games, and I'm telling you, he looked like he had an excellent time. He was very much engaged and happy to be there, and I think that is Harry's place when he's around vets, when he's around military personnel. I think I would go out and say that's where he's most comfortable, because that's his posse, that's his people. Okay, so I'll go out on a limb and say that's where he's most comfortable. I think he gave a speech. I didn't see the speech, but I saw him behind a podium at some point in some of the pictures. But a lot of the pictures, he was basically in the crowd with the people, enjoying the show. So it's been a long time. And as I said, Harry was inspired by, the Warriors games. And basically, if you guys don't know what it is, you can look it up. But just a little synopsis about the Warriors games. It's just basically a place where vets are celebrated. They showcase their tremendous abilities in various sports, and it's a good way for them to come out of the mundane, moving away from the things that that they do every day, and then just have something to look forward to be working towards an end goal. There's nothing more fulfilling than to, have a goal and work towards it and see it accomplished. So that to them is a huge high. And it's just nice to see that, not because, they've, had some type of, injury that they cannot compete. It's just something that is just amazing, and I'm happy that Harry was able to continue that tradition. Not only the Warriors games is it's a US thing, but the Invictus game is international, and as the years has gone by, Harry has been adding more and more countries, or the Invictus Games is adding more and more countries to their roster, so that people all over the world can really participate and compete, and show that hey, I may be injured, I may be I've gone through this trauma, but here I could do this, and here's my accomplishment, and and just showcase what they can do on these grand stages. And I say stages because the first one was in London, and that was in 2014. And Harry had visited the games in, I think it was in 2013. So that's the reason why, and when 2023, so yes, indeed, it is 10 years. So right after that, I think he brought the idea to, the foundation over there in the royal family. And then you have, one second, I don't know who's calling me so early in the morning. Yeah, this is, my son is taking his Regents exam today. So I'm sort of like wanting to make sure that I don't miss any of the calls. I'm nervous for him. He's in middle school and he's taking his first Regents exam today. That's, anyway, the Regents exam is something that we do over here in New York. Okay, so you need to pass 5 Regents exams for you to graduate from high school. So he's in middle school, and some middle schools, kids are allowed to take 2 Regents exams. So when they get to high school, they almost finish with their, with their Regents exam for graduation. So he's taking it today, and I'm like, I'm not missing any calls. Like, that could be the teacher, that could be the school. So anyways, so let me just get back to what I was saying about Harry. So as I said, it's 10 years since he visited the first Warriors games, and in 2013, and it's now 2023, so it is indeed 10 years. And the first one that he had was in 2014. As I said, he went back to, the United Kingdom, was excited about what he saw, and it was a way for him to, sort of help and, have something for these individuals, for these vets to be able to participate in. And not only that too, not only are they participating, but it's a way of healing. It's therapeutic, and it's a way of these vets coming together, and having this gathering. And Megan likes to use this word collective. This collective thoughts, a collective energy, or I'm just trying to use the word. But I'm no Megan. But anyways, so as I said, it was in 2014 that he had the first Invictus Games, and then he had the second one right here in the United States, in Orlando at Walt Disney in 2016, and then in 2017 when we saw our Duchess, when that huge reveal, I'm telling you, when the world, all media descended on Toronto, and Meghan was introduced. Meanwhile, they were dating a long time ago. And so that was in 2017 in Toronto, and then the next one was in Sydney, so Sydney, Australia. And I remember there was a moment when Harry was going over his speech, and Meghan was the only person in the audience. So Harry was on stage, and Meghan was the only person in the audience, and Harry was going over it. And it was just such an iconic photo. I have to one day post that photo. It was so iconic that here he is going over his speech, and Meghan is the only person in the audience listening to him. Beautiful and iconic. And then the next one that we had was in the Netherlands in 2022, and COVID sort of held back. It would have been before. It was supposed to be in 2019, I think, but COVID sort of held it back. So we had it in 22, and then the next one that is coming up, remember, put this on your calendar, people. It's going to be in September, and it's going to be in Germany, Dusseldorf, Germany. And then of course there's going to be another one in Canada again in 2025, and this one is going to incorporate winter sports. So we've seen you know, a little glimpse of what they're going to do. We've seen those different athletes, vets, I call them athletes, vets, you know, been at different events showcasing what we should expect to see in the future with this winter sports component of the Invictus Games. Looking forward to that. It's just, I cannot tell you what that does for these individuals. I cannot go into words. It would take me a very, very long time to even just to start off from the psychology of it and the emotional aspect of it. It would just take me pretty much forever talking about what that means, you know, emotionally, psychologically, physically for these individuals. It's tremendous, and it's just nice to have that type of outlet. So as I said, Harry revisited his beginnings of the Invictus Games, and it was indeed beautiful to see him, I think, in an environment where he's most comfortable with you know, people that you know, his comrades, literally, his fellow mates, and supporting people that he has, you know, been around for a long time, and you know, he understand their experience, and he's been fighting for them. So that was wonderful. Now, speaking of, you know, I got a little bit somber there because today is the anniversary of the Grenfell fire, and that occurred in 2017. And today they're marking it off as 72 months since the fire, and 72 people lost their life in that fire. So 72 lives lost. So that's how they're marking it. And yes, my heart goes out to all of the people who have lost a loved one. And you know, it's very hard to get over something like that. You know, it's very hard to get over something like that. Understand their pain, understand what they're going through. You know, when you lose a loved one, it's never an easy thing to get over. And not only that, too, they lost a lot. Some people lost everything, literally. But you know, things you can replace, but lives you cannot. And my heart goes out to them. And yeah, absolutely, my heart goes out to them. So yeah, so yeah, I can't even move on to my next thought. Yes, and we know with the Hub Community Kitchen, Meghan was involved with that, did tremendous work with these women. You know, most of these women were able to, you know, rebuild in some ways from, you know, that traumatic experience. And some of them, because of the inspiration of Meghan, were able to establish their own businesses from, you know, their interaction with the Meghan, the cookbook that they've all put together they've all put together, oh man, they're all put together, which is called Together, the our community cookbook. And the foreword, as I said, was written by Meghan, our great Duchess. Excellent, excellent. Right up, so you can read that, and there's lots of wonderful recipes. This is an opportunity to go out today on Amazon and buy you a book. And these recipes are very easy to make, and you know, it's a way of having different types of food, different types of experience in, food prep. But a lot of it is, you know, just very simple to make. A lot of it is very simple. There's a salad there that I will be making at some point, and yeah, very, very simple to make. And it was just, the times that Megan had visited the Hub community kitchen that they put together, just a tremendous kitchen, innovative kitchen. It was just beautiful to see how excited these women were to see Megan, and because they know how inspirational she was to them. So yeah, we missed that. We missed that. And but I know Megan's memory that she created with these women, definitely, I know it's in their heart. They speak of her as love. She's love, you know. So anyways, guys, take care and have a splendid day. I'm going off. By the way, yesterday was the last day for these kids. Last day. I am not gonna see any one of them until September. So right now they're taking their agents. We have to be in school. Remember, I'm the test coordinator, so they all testing. Wish them good luck, pray for them. Okay, so bye and take care. I am off to my job. Bye.